Good morning. Today is Monday, June 3rd, 2024. I call this meeting of the Platte County Commission to order. Commissioner Wood, would you please lead us in the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance?
We'd be happy to. If you are so inclined, please join me in prayer. Father, we thank you so much that you're a good and gracious God and that you love your kids and you give us wisdom when we ask for it. So we are asking for it today. We thank you so much for your hand of protection on our county, on our first responders, our law enforcement. We ask for wisdom on prosecution. And we thank you so much that you are on this county and your hand is on us. We ask you and we bless you in Jesus' name. Amen. If you would stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Wood. First item on our agenda is the approval of the agenda.
I move approval of the agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Fricker?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Banner?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda is the consent calendar.
Move to approve consent.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent calendar. Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Fricker?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Banner?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, business action items. We have first three here will be presented by Sheriff's Office. Not Major Eric Holland, as the agenda says, but Captain Holland. Morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. First business action item is the purchase of a Bosch crash data retrieval system. This retrieves crash data from the vehicle. Obviously, we have lots of crashes in the county. Very useful tool. The budget impact is $22,072.24. This has been reviewed by council. Auditor has confirmed the funds are available and is included in the sheriff's 24 budget.
I move approval of 2024-CO-098, purchase of Bosch crash data retrieval system.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Fricker?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Banner?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, 2024-CO-102.
This is a cooperative purchase agreement between Platte County, Missouri and Kansas City Audio Visual for the purchase of purchasing video equipment and related hardware and software to the technology improvements in the sheriff's office training rooms and conference rooms. The budget impact is $30,000. It is contained in the sheriff's 24 budget. This has been reviewed by council and the auditor has confirmed the funds are available.
Move to approve business action 6B 2024-CO-102, a purchase authorization with Kansas City Audio Visual.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Fricker?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Banner?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, 2024-CO-104.
This CO is an order approving cooperative purchase between Platte County, Missouri and Carasoft Technology Group Corporation for the purchase of forensic software and services. The budget impact is $11,760.90. It has been reviewed by council. Auditors confirmed the funds are available. Not sure if this is included in the budget or not. I'm assuming it is.
I move approval of 2024-CO-104, cooperative purchase of forensic software and services.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Fricker?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Banner?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Captain.
Thank you.
Yep. Next on the agenda, 2024-CO-097, which is the first of 6 items to be presented by Daniel Erickson, first representing the Facilities Department.
Morning, Commissioners. Daniel Erickson on behalf of both in this item, the Facilities Department and the Parks Department. Before you, item D is a contract between Platte County and Horticultural Impressions. It's a contract to make improvements to the courthouse lawn. As you are aware, we've embarked on a process to survey people and get some ideas about the current status of the courthouse lawn, both employees and people that use the courthouse lawn for events and some of the people in and around Main Street. It's got a lot of good feedback. We had a company came in and did some design work for us. From there, we put out a bid. We've awarded the bid to Horticulture Impressions, and this is the contract with that company to do the work. The contract itself has been reviewed by the county councilor, Rob Reppin. The funds certified to be available. We do intend to use the funds out of Parks Fund for this improvement. And the rationale for that is the courthouse lawn is a public space. It's not a park, but in a lot of ways it's park-like. We've awarded grants to organizations that have events on the lawn. So the beautification of the lawn, we kind of view it as a grant, basically, to help fund the beautification. So we think it's a good project. So with that, staff recommends you approve this contract in the amount of $59,785 from Platte County and Horticultural Impressions, so we can get started with this important work.
Move to approve business action item 6D, 2024 CO 097, a contract between Platte County and Horticultural Impressions.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Commissioner Wood?
Yeah, I'd just like to comment and thank Commissioner Vanover. This has been a passion project of his to get the courthouse lawn going. And I think it is past its time, and I'm really looking forward to how this is going to look. I think it's going to be an improvement, not just for county property, but for all of Platte City. It serves as a focus for many events, and it's going to serve the county well and the Platte City well. I do have a question about timeline on this. We have, as you know, the employee appreciation lunch is going to be on Flag Day, Friday, the 14th of June. Can any of this be done before then?
I've talked to the contractor, who is a local business person, who is well aware that we would like to have some of this done prior to that event. He will do his best. Will all of it be done? No. There's some concrete paths that have to be built. They'll take some time, but we're hopefully can at least get started on some of the landscaped areas and so forth. So,
Great, thank you.
Are there any further comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Fricker?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanover?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, 2024 CO 103.
Commissioners, this is a Parks and Recreation item. As you are aware, we've gone through our annual process of identifying outreach grant projects. Projects are submitted, they're reviewed by our Parks Board, they make a recommendation to this commission. The commission endorses and has endorsed that recommendation. So the next step was to notify all the grant recipients that they've been awarded, and they have to submit a contract for each individual project back to the county. And that's what we're doing today. We're approving the individual contracts. All the contracts are on a form that's been approved by our county counselor. The auditor has certified that all the funds are available. This is an important part of the parks program, these grant projects. The agreements, just in a broad overview, they kind of outline how the reimbursement happens, timeline, it outlines, how to notify the public that this is a grant project and so forth, make sure they're following all state and local laws as far as bidding and construction. So with that, staff recommends you approve CO 103. Now, we did award one to City Kansas City. That one's not in here. I think we're still negotiating, working something out on the pickleball situation with them. But all the other ones are, I believe, included in this order.
Move approval of 2024-CO-103, the 2024 Outreach Grants Award.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Fricker?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanover?
Yes.
And motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, 2024 CO105.
Commissioners, this is an agreement between Platte County and Vireo, which is an engineering and design planning company located here in Kansas City, for what we're calling Phase 2 of the Michael Gunn Park at Platte Meadows. As you will recall, maybe 2 years now, we activated that park. We installed a parking lot and a 1 mile trail loop. And a lot of people like the park. This is a park off Northwood Road, north of Parkville South High School. It's getting a lot of attention, a lot of interest. A lot of people are using that park. So we're ready to move on to Phase 2 of that park and do some additional investment. Phase 2 is largely going to mirror some of the stuff that was shown on a master plan for that park years ago. We're considering a nice shelter house near the entrance, what we're calling a destination playground, a nice playground that people might travel to go to, some enhancements to the trail itself, and we're looking at additional partnerships with some other groups with doing some native plantings and so forth. So it's a nice improvement. Vireo is their estimated cost is $92,800. The contract has been reviewed by our county counselor. The funds are available. You heard me talk about when we renewed the sales tax, we talked about the 3 different pots of money, one being for trails, one being for outreach grants or the larger partnership grants, and one being for investment in our existing county park system. So this project fits into that bucket, the investment into our existing park system. So it is funded and it is consistent with what we told voters we'd be doing with that next round of funds. Staff recommends you approve this contract.
Move to approve 2024 CO 105 in agreement with Vireo.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Commissioner Wood?
This is yet another project of Commissioner Vanover's. I appreciate his leadership on this.
Thank you.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Fricker?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanover?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, 2024 CO099.
Commissioners, the next 3 are planning and zoning related items that came from our last planning commission meeting. Commission Order 99 is a request to rezone property from agricultural to RE and R80, submitted by Dennis and Jean Green. They're seeking to rezone 31 acres from ag to RE and R80. The intent is to do a 2-lot minor subdivision. A 7-acre tract would contain an existing dwelling and accessory structures. The proposed larger 24-acre tract would then be eligible for a building permit. The proposal does conform to the county's land use plan. Staff recommends that you approve this. The Planning and Zoning Commission unanimously recommended to you that you approve it.
I move approval of 2024-CO-099 rezoning from AG to RE and R80 for Dennis and Jean Green.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Fricker?
Yes.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanover?
Yes.
The motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, 2024 CO-100.
Commissioners, this is also a recommendation, commission order regarding a change in zoning. This one is from agricultural to RE rural estate, submitted by David and Judy Seen. They are seeking to rezone 35.5 acres. The plan is to perform a 2-lot subdivision, 1 5-acre lot and 1 30-acre lot. The bigger lot has a house on it. The 5-acre would be eligible to receive a house. Proposal does conform to the county's land use plan. The 5-acre lot, you can recall in our land use plan, we talk about 10-acre minimums for rural type subdivisions, but there's 2 exclusions to that. One is if the subdivision is for a family member, and two, if the subdivision has a house on already. In that scenario, the lot can be less than 10 acres. So in this case, the 5-acre lot is for a family member, it's for their son. So Planning Commission recommended unanimously that the commission approve this. Staff recommended approval to the Planning Commission.
Move to approve 2024 CO 100 rezoning from ag to RE, the scene land.
Second?
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Freighter.
Yes.
Commissioner Wood.
Yes.
Commissioner Vanderburgh.
Yes.
The motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, 2024 CO-101.
Commissioners, this is another rezoning from agricultural to RE rural estate submitted by Corey and Lori Bauer. They were seeking to rezone 7.2 acres. The proposed lot would be to create a one-lot subdivision, so the remainder of here is well over 40 acres. So it's a 7.5 acre tract that they intend to build a new home on. Planning Commission unanimously recommended 6-0 to the commission that you approve this request.
I move approval of 2024-CO-101 rezoning from AG to RE for Corey and Lauren Bauer.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Freighter.
Yes.
Commissioner Wood.
Yes.
Commissioner Vanderburgh.
Yes.
The motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Daniel. Next on the agenda, announcements from county office holders and staff.
Bob here. I do want to acknowledge an event that's going on as we speak. Unfortunately, the scheduling was kind of funky, but the community centers are having a ribbon cutting right now. A major renovation of the athletic flooring, the workout flooring. As you recall, the commission approved a significant project, not only to replace that carpeted area with some rubberized flooring, and to basically replace and update all the circuit equipment. So they're having a ribbon cutting right now in Platte City, the North Community Center. So that project is done. The Southern Community Center project is following right behind. So a nice renovation of that facility. So
Yeah, and I commend the YMCA for sticking to a capital improvements plan. I mean, they're the ones that make sure the funding is there for these projects. And so we appreciate what they're doing. It sounds like membership is up and things are going in the right direction. And these capital reserve funds are well funded. So, yeah.
thank you.
Looks like Public Works Director Bob Heim is going to join us.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bob Heim, Director of Public Works. Roughly 3 weeks ago, we put out a request for bids for a digital sign to replace our current sign over at Public Works. Having never ventured into this type of work, we decided to dip our toe into the bid scene and see what we could get back. So with your permission, I'd like to ask the clerk to open any bids that may have been received and read those publicly, and then to request your permission again to forward those bids on to Public Works for our review, and then we'll come back and let you know what we've determined.
Sure. Clerk, please go ahead and read the bids.
Okay, we have one bid. It's from Kansas City Sign Company. The bid amount is for $32,535.39.
Okay,
Only bid we received.
please forward that to the Public Works Department for review.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Are there any more announcements from county office holders and staff?
Good morning, Commissioners. This morning,
Recorder Chris Wright
for the
joining us
record,
this morning.
thank you, Commissioner. I am the recorder, Christopher Wright. On October 30th, the Recorder's Office this year coming up, October 30th, the Recorder's Office, we have collaborated with the Platte County Sheriff's Department, the FBI, and Park University, and we will be hosting at Park University our first human trafficking awareness event for the community. We anticipate about 100 to 150 people from the event, at the event. So I'm excited about that. We've been working on that for about a year to get that on the agenda. Just real quickly, if you'll permit.
Yeah, no, thank you for your efforts on that, by the way.
Thank you, Commissioner. Real quickly, this past March, I had the opportunity to attend a conference in Washington where I spoke on human trafficking awareness and what we are doing at a county level. And there were members of parliaments from around the world, members of state legislatures in America, county elected officials, local elected officials. And I had the opportunity to meet who became a great friend of mine, the Speaker of the Kingdom of Tonga and the Parliament there. And I just want to give a shout out to my friends in Tonga because today is Emancipation Day in the Kingdom. And so to His Excellency, I say congratulations. So to finish up, I haven't given a public update on the digitization project in a while, and for that I apologize. I've been busy. However, we are on time, on task, and on budget. We have completed the clerk's office. I was informed this past yesterday, with the exception of engineering, we are almost done with planning and zoning. My index books are all digitized. They have scanned about 100,000 pages in the prosecutor's office, and they are looking to start the sheriff's office. They've actually, our vendor has actually been in contact with Captain Shanks. They have a plan, and they're going to start in the next 6 to 8 weeks in the sheriff's department. So we are on task to finish that digitization by the end of next year that we anticipated. So,
Excellent. Yeah, thank you for that. That's a very important project. And we appreciate the rare reference to the Kingdom of Tonga. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for the update on the digitization. Yeah, thank you for that. Any more announcements from county office holders and staff? Any public comments? Any commission comments? I would just like to welcome my mom here today. She's visiting from California. I don't think I'm going out on a limb by saying that you are probably our most consistent YouTube viewer and are the best critic of our AV system. As we've been struggling with our new system, I get updates regularly as to how everything went. I pass those along to Daniel. And so thank you for that. So the good news is you're here visiting, and it's great to see you. And the bad news is our viewership on the YouTube channel went down by 50% today, probably. So, so anyway, good to have you here. Any further comments?
Just welcome, Mama Fricker. Good to have you here.
Okay, so no further business.
Move to adjourn.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Booker?
Yes,
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Commissioner Beamer?
Yes.
that motion carries 3-0, and we are adjourned. And we have an ARPA meeting to hold.